Trump's election boosted previously unpalatable far-right populists who are increasingly confident their time is now. If Trump can pull off an improbable victory in the US, maybe they can too.
There is what I call a patriotic spring going on.
I am very happy about the election of Donald Trump.
The far-right movement in Europe predates Trump's election. The region is still struggling with the effects of the 2008 recession, terrorist attacks, and the entry of more than 1 million refugees into Europe. France's Marine Le Pen and the far-right party Alternatives for Germany tapped into these trends to push their xenophobic nationalist agendas. For years, the political establishment dismissed these parties until Brexit proved their viability.
While the Brits were waking up in the ruins of their nation and saying, "Oh God, what have we done?" a lot of Americans were looking over and saying, "Oh God, what are we about to do?"
But while some on the left say the rise of Trump and far-right European parties proves that populism is sweeping the West, the reality is the hysteria might be overblown. Of the two elections held after Trump's victory in Austria and the Netherlands, the far-right candidates actually lost. Geert Wilders' Freedom Party, which at one point was predicted to win a majority, won fewer seats than expected.
This is an evening in which the Netherlands, after Brexit and after the American elections, said stop to the wrong kind of populism.
All eyes are now on France's first-round presidential election next week. Le Pen is expected to reach the second round with Emmanuel Macron, the independent centrist pro-EU candidate. Most polls show him winning overall. Even if Le Pen were to win, the coalition-based parliamentary system would make it pretty hard for her to govern. It's easier for far-right or far-left parties to win a few seats in parliament because the bar for entry is relatively low. But when it comes to actually governing, it's an entirely different story. There are so many parties in parliament that coalitions are common. Parties with similar ideologies tend to work together to form a majority, and the mainstream parties often refuse to work with far-right figures like Wilders and Le Pen. Does that mean that populism's surge ended with Trump's victory? It's hard to say. After all, who would have said a real estate mogul and reality TV star who ran on a populist anti-establishment platform would win the American presidential election? The pundits did not, the polls certainly didn't, until he won. This is Unpresidented, a weekly series where Atlantic writers explore what's going on in this new era of American politics. Let us know what you want us to tackle next week. I'm Krishnadev Calamur. Thanks for watching.